Hi, you probably don't know me, but odds are you feel bad for me. You see, I'm Prospector's wife, Tara. I know what you're thinking. Oh, that poor woman. The truth is, he's the sweetest guy. Most of the time. But when he starts rambling, yeah, you have no idea. It's actually far worse than you can imagine. In fact, here's a little taste of my world. It's time for Prospector's Picky Pet Peeves on Rock 107.
All right, we're going to start with Tara then. She does this all the time, and my wife's not alone, but it drives me insane. People who leave that keyboard noise on their phone. You know, the keyboard noise for people who quite aren't really convinced that this texting thing, unless it's stimulating one more sense, or for people who don't get to text that often and want everybody to know when they do. Do you really need to hear the artificial sounds of a keyboard clicking to know that you're typing? I guess I kind of got it back in 2007 when the iPhone came out and nobody else had a capacitive touchscreen. But now, come on, man.
All right.
This happened to me yesterday at McDonald's. People wait in line for a couple of minutes, and then they get to the counter and they still don't know what they want to order. Waiting in line affords you time to spend however you want. You could delete your sent text folder. You could daydream about running a hotel for dogs. You can even hum a jaunty tune if you like. The only obligation is that you use at least some of that time to figure out what you're going to order before you get to the front of the counter. Come on!
Really?
And I was watching an episode of Bar Rescue last night when John Taffer said, "Now let's deal with the 600-pound gorilla in the room." He was trying to address the bar owner's fear that his bar is haunted. It's so bad the guy doesn't even come into his own bar, so he's got to figure this out. But it's not what that means. I mean, the saying about an 800-pound gorilla isn't about things you don't want to talk about. It actually goes like this. It's, where does an 800-pound gorilla sit? Anywhere it effing wants. It's an expression for a person or organization that's so powerful that it can act without regard to the rights of others or the law. A lot of times it's used to describe a huge star or celebrity. The expression that has to do with something you don't want to deal with or talk about is, let's talk about the white elephant in the room. I also would have accepted the pink elephant.
Seriously? You think that was bad? Try living with him. Love you, honey. Mean it.
Well, this is fun. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. A survey in the spring found 49% of Americans would not be able to cover a $400 emergency. Well, now a new study says that's really not even enough anyway. The real target should be about $1,400. In the last 3 months, 56% of emergency expenses required more than that. The average was $1,447. So they say around $1,400 is the real amount you should try to have in reserve just in case. Whether it's $400 or $1,400, emergency funds are a must. And while it might be tempting to keep that fund in Bitcoin, beads, or whale teeth, I recommend cold hard cash. Find out why with today's list of top 5 reasons to have an emergency cash fund. Here we go. Number 5, strippers don't take Venmo. Top 5 reasons to have an emergency cash fund. Number 4, you'll never know when you'll get pulled over in Mexico. Number 3, using your ATM card at a slot machine is sad, even for Vegas. Top 5 reasons to have an emergency cash fund. Number 2, it looks silly to snort Coke with a Capri Sun straw. And the number 1 reason to have an emergency cash fund. Do you know where churchgoers who put bus tokens in the collection plate at church go? Hell, there you have it.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Jennifer Lopez is upset that video of her singing to Ben Affleck at their wedding leaked online, but only because it wasn't auto-tuned. House of the Dragon is doing so well, it's already been renewed for a second season. It's also inspired a new spin-off, a song of nipples and flying reptiles. Today's show is brought to you by the NFL, reminding you there are only 12 short days till you can once again spend your Sundays getting wasted and ignoring your family.
Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Wife and I at a wedding. Great venue, great food. They had a barbecue menu. I made a pig of myself on that. At one point, the videographer comes around. He's got a microphone, and he comes to the tables, and he's like, anybody want to say anything to the bride and groom? And he hands the microphone to my wife, and she says something warm and kind and wonderful about love and good luck in the future and all that. And she hands the mic to me, and I say, hey, congratulations. You look like a great couple. I don't know the groom, but he looks like a nice guy. And if this doesn't work out, I know someone I can set him up with. Does that make me a jerk? Some people at my table looked horrified. You tell me. 1-888-ROCK 107, star 107 on Verizon Wireless. Facebook.com/Angry Prospector. Joe says, no, it's all in good fun. You're fine. Stephanie, laugh out loud. That's awesome. What do you think? Am I a jerk?
Nope, you're not a jerk.
Just screwing around and being funny, right?
Yeah, you said what you said. You can't take it back, so it's like, hey.
Facebook.com/Angry Prospector. Ashley says, not a jerk at all. If they can't take a joke, then there's something wrong there. Dale, hell no. Weddings are all about love and jokes in every form and a lot of laughter. I'm sure they're fine with it. What do you think? Does this make me a jerk?
Hey, Prospector, no, that don't make you a jerk.
Okay, so it's all right. You're
looking out for the guy. If it don't work out, you don't want to be hurt too long. You're looking out for him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying break up with her. I found someone. I'm saying if this doesn't work out.
Right.
Facebook.com/Angry Prospector. Bob says it's freaking hilarious. They're going to have a sense of humor. They'll be fine with it. Doesn't make me a jerk.
What would possess you to say something like that?
That was just the first thing that popped into my head.
Well, usually I got your back and defend you, but on this one, I'm going to have to say you are a jerk for saying that.
Am I a jerk?
Prospector, that's funny.
It's funny, so...
You're not a jerk.
Oh, Prospector, that's a good one, because I did the same thing at my cousin's wedding.
How did they take it?
Well, I didn't go quite the route you did, but I was actually trying to get the one waitress that go up and talk to the groom at the head table there, and I was telling the groom said he's really interested to you, even though it is his wedding day. And I couldn't get her to go up to the head table. She wouldn't do it.
Look, I wasn't proffering some Ashley Madison thing here. I was saying if it doesn't work out.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A retired doctor in New Jersey named Eric Greensmith lost 35 pounds so that he could go back to his old job as a lifeguard this summer. Last time he worked as a lifeguard was 50 years ago in 1972 when he was 17. He says it's always been one of the best jobs he's ever had.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
I guess this is better than the unintelligence at most drive-thrus. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Panera is testing artificial intelligence at its drive-thru lanes. But Panera's got a really busy menu, so I'm not sure how that's going to go.
This is Panera's drive-thru featuring artificial intelligence. Go ahead and order.
Yeah, I'd like an avocado egg whites on sprouted grain bagel, lightly toasted and with bacon, but without spinach. A large unsweetened iced tea, light ice, and just a splash of lemon, and one of those chocolate muffies. And can I get the muffy heated up?
Your order is very complicated.
What?
Our menu is already too big for practical purposes.
Yeah, but
This is an automated drive-thru.
Well, I'm gonna...
Keep it simple, stupid.
Stupid?
Please pull forward so our robot can come out and zap you with a taser for being high maintenance and obnoxious.
Taser?
Hey, Prospector, my wife Candace is on Instagram and is trying to be an influencer. I was wondering if you could prank call her and maybe use the fact that she wants to be an influencer as some way to get in on that. So I came up with a product, a pasta product that she may not want to be a part of. It's another Prospector prank call on Rock 107.
Hello?
Hi, yeah, we're calling for Candace Schmidt.
Hi, yeah, this is me.
Candace, hi. My name's Rick. I'm with Italiana Foods, and we have a brand new pasta that we're marketing, and we came across your Instagram, and what we're doing is getting a group of influencers together and take a trip to our world headquarters, which is back in Italy, and we wanted to know if you had just a minute to discuss that trip and if you'd be interested in being a part of it.
Yeah, what's up?
Right, so I'll give you all the details. We're going to have you head over to Italy. Do you like pasta?
I love pasta.
Okay, great. We've got fettuccine, we've got angel hair, got ravioli. We got it all, And the big push in food right now is sustainable farming, sustainable living. We have the world's first 100% organic, repurposed, sustainably sourced pasta that's already been consumed. We're able to repurpose that and make pasta for you. So if you'd be interested in an all-expenses-paid trip to Italy, we'd love to fly you over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you'd stay in a nice hotel, like a 5-star hotel. You get spa amenities while you're there. And then each day you go to a test kitchen with other influencers. You'd eat the meals and obviously post about it, take pictures, leave reviews, and talk about it.
Oh, yeah. That sounds amazing.
Right. So you'll be eating...
so what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Tell me, what was the name of your company again?
So it's Italiana Foods, and it's our new product. And basically, it's a repurposed, sustainably sourced pasta. It's pre-digested, already been consumed. And then what we do is we take the...
Hold on. Pre-digested?
Yeah, so it's already been consumed.
It's already been eaten by animals or people?
Yeah, what we do, we harvest the byproducts after it's been eaten. We repurpose that, of course, clean it, filter it, and you can make that into a flour that makes a delicious pasta. So it's 100% organic, and it's completely...
That kind of sounds like poop.
Well, it's not. I mean, obviously, you've seen like Bill Gates is helping repurpose wastewater into clean water. That's exactly what we're doing, but we're doing it with pasta. And we've got the most clever name. I think you'll like it. We're calling it Pusta.
Oh, so it's actually poop?
Well, no, it's not.
Recycling poo?
Well, it's recycling the byproducts, the waste byproducts of the pre-digested consumed pasta and repurposing that.
But isn't that poop?
Well, it's not poop. I mean, if I wanted to eat poop, I'd give you a bowl of poop, right? It's not. Here's the thing. We can't just keep eating all we want, just depleting the earth of its resources. We're giving you an all-expenses trade trip to Italy. All you got to do is eat some delicious pasta. I mean, I'm getting a...
If I post my pictures, do I really need to eat it?
Yeah, you really need to eat it. We want people who actually love the product. So you really do need to eat it. It's a good product and it's delicious.
Have you eaten this pasta before?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've tried it. I've had it with meatballs and marinara. It was fantastic.
It just sounds it's poop. So I don't know how well you can recycle poop and make it clean and okay for anybody else.
Okay. Have you seen the wastewater that's been recycled into clean water?
Yeah.
It's perfectly clear, perfectly good to drink. You probably had some and you didn't even know it. Would you agree that we cannot continue to deplete the Earth's resources?
I feel like there's other ways to help.
It sounds like you think it's a big joke. I'm giving you the opportunity to get in on the cutting edge of sustainable food eating, okay?
But I don't want to eat poop.
You're not eating poop. You're eating poos.
Is this a joke? Is this real?
No, it's a prank call. It's a Prospector Prank Call, Candace. It's not real. You're on Rock 107 right now. There's no such thing as
Oh,
poosta.
my God. I was really...
Your husband...
I was thinking, is this person really asking me to come eat poop?
Your husband, Alan, gave us your number and said you were trying...
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm going to kill him. I was thinking, this can't be a real name of a Oh, my God.
Amy Harrington was arrested back in April after she rear-ended another vehicle. Cops say she smelled of alcohol, but she refused a breathalyzer, so they had to do a field sobriety test. Police footage of the arrest is just released, and in the video, Amy struggles to walk in a straight line, but then tries to impress the cops by performing a dance routine, including some drunken pirouettes. You can see the video at rock107.com by clicking Prospector's Yambag of the Day. It's right there in the story. One of the officers asked her to stick to the instructions, and she said, "Oh my God, you sound like my effing ballet coach." She also called the whole thing ridiculous and said she should just be allowed to go home. She was cuffed and charged with DUI. It wasn't her first. She was also arrested after refusing a breathalyzer 3 years ago.
Nominee number 2.
A honeymoon is a great opportunity to relax and enjoy anything your heart desires with the person you married. But of all the things, this is something you'd never expect. A 34-year-old man in Florida named Paul Travasky was arrested on his honeymoon after he answered an ad for a prostitute. He left his new bride sleeping in their hotel room, went out to meet a prostitute he connected with online at a hotel, but instead was caught up in a sting operation by local police to crack down on sex trafficking. He was cuffed and taken to the station. In all, 176 men were arrested in the sting operation. The sheriff joked the only question here was, as a wedding guest, was it too late to get the gifts that they gave returned back to them?
And the winner is...
the man who was arrested after trying to call a prostitute while on his honeymoon. You are the Yambag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yambag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yambag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. Listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.